Hey, what's up YouTube? Down in the Smartphone Guy coming back at you with another video, and tonight I want to do a quick revisit of a phone that's been out for roughly around a month. This is the Blue R1 Plus, and the reason why I'm doing a revisit of this phone is because Blue actually just recently shipped out a update or did an over-the-air update for this device, and I wanted to talk about whether it made a difference. Has it fixed some of the issues that I had with it? And by the way, there's really only one major issue that I had with this phone, and that is the multi-touch issue. And if you go to the Amazon reviews for it, you'll notice that pretty much everyone that had complaints about the phone had the same issue. So Blue rolled out a software update. They called it TP improvements. That's touch point improvements. And so we're going to go ahead and test that out and test it out with some games. So before I get into that, I just wanted to talk about some of the things you're going to get with this. So this is a $160 device. At the time of the launch, it was $110. It's now back to the normal price of $160. And with that, you get a 720 5.5-inch display, a 1.3 gigahertz quad-core processor with 3 gigs of RAM. And I would say, by the way, those two combined, the processor on this phone runs very smoothly. So that's a MediaTek processor. It's a 6737T, and it runs quite smoothly in my experience. Now, maybe one slight downfall is that at the moment it only has Android 6.0. Blue has promised a software update where it will get Android 7.0. They haven't been the best about those in the past, but they did at least address this software update, so I wanted to talk about that. So overall, I would say, nothing has really changed except, it still has the 4,000 milliamp hour battery that performs very well, gets very good battery life, easily gets you through a full day with no problem whatsoever. In fact, it'll get you through a full day, and probably if you're a light user, you're probably going to easily get maybe even 2 full days with this thing. It does have, of course, micro SD expansion. There is 32 gigs of onboard storage, so there's a lot to like about this device. So now let's go ahead and test out whether the software updates have improved. So real quick, I just want to show you, so this is the device I've been using pretty regularly lately. This is the LG G6, and I downloaded an app to just show you kind of what multi-touch should look like when you test it. So this is the multi-touch tester, and when you use multi-touch, you can see here that it registers all my fingers, and you can see that I can move around. I could probably, on this device, probably put, I don't know, so there's 8 fingers, and it's obviously registering all those, so it's working really well there. All right, so now I'm going to do the same thing here on the Blue R1 Plus, and when I did this in my original review, it had a lot of issues with this, and that showed up when you were trying to play games that involved multi-touch, or anything else that involved multi-touch, because it had trouble registering 2 fingers at the same time. So you can see here it does register all 3 fingers, but notice that it's not moving around. Now, with that being said, when I'm playing games now, I actually don't have the same issues that I used to have. So notice that it's just fine with 2 fingers. I put 3 on there, and it's having issues with that. So I put 4, and it registers all 4, but then it won't move around. So there still are some issues, but with that being said, one of the games that, this is probably my favorite game to play on any phone, NBA Jam. It's definitely a multi-touch. It's a game that requires multi-touch, because you got a joystick over here, and you're kind of controlling the guy, whether he's shooting or passing or whatever, over here. And so it requires multi-touch. You're constantly have 2 fingers on the screen, and we'll just sign in later. Just go to Classic Campaign. All right, so let's just test it and see if it works. By the way, I can already tell you that it does. So to some extent, it definitely has been addressed. I still think that there might be more that they need to address, but before, this game was basically unplayable, which was really frustrating because I really like the device except the multi-touch issues. But now you can actually play it. So like I couldn't even shoot properly, because of the multi-touch issues. Now I'm just sucking because I suck at the game, not because of the phone sucking at multi-touch. So anyways, that is just kind of a quick look, and I just wanted to kind of address this update, just so some people that maybe were thinking about returning it. I just wanted to let you know that this update does solve to some extent those multi-touch issues. So anyways, thanks for watching. I hopefully this has been helpful for you, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.